Hey, chosen ones, I'm gonna do a reading for you. I have already pre-tapped into your energy. I'm gonna get right into it. Now, I'm gonna be looking into your soul's path, to look into your divine assignments. Also, see where you are on your journey and what you need to work on. So, we're gonna get right into it. For some reason, the main focus has been on the chosen ones lately, as far as the energy that I've been tapping into. So you have the spirit animal of the sea turtle, you have the spirit animal of the hawk, and you also have the spirit animal of the ram somewhere near you. You could be a fire sign, you could be an Aries to be exact, or there's somewhere in your birth chart, very heavy in your birth chart. So let's get down to it, okay? First, I'm gonna tell you who you are, okay? And I'm gonna tell you where you're at on your journey. Now, you're someone that is protected, okay? Spiritually protected on an energetic level, as well as you're protecting your peace, you're protecting your environment, and you're being told to protect your space as well. Uh-huh. If you're working on a project, protect that too. But right now, I feel like you are someone that is very guarded. You're very guarded right now, and that's because you are in the flow. You're finally in the flow with the universe. You're finally in the flow when it comes to abundance. And I feel like you do not want any outsiders, or you don't want any hindrances or blockages coming into your way. And right now you have the path before you as far as where you're going to go, your next move that you're going to make. And I feel like you are very determined on your future, on your goals, on your purpose right now. And you're protecting your peace, you're protecting your space, and you're protecting your environment, and whatever it is that you're working on right now. Now, not only that, I feel like you are a master. Uh-huh. Yeah. You're a master. You're a master when it comes to life circumstances. You're a master when it comes to self. And you may eventually one day become an ascended master. Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. So you have also mastered the flow of finding, like, life's flow, if that makes sense. So you mastered the art of going with the flow, or finding the flow that you need to be on in your next season. It's almost like you know when there's a new season for you. You know when you end a cycle and there's a new season, a new beginning, you instantaneously can pick up on that energy and know exactly what your next season is, and you prepare yourself for it. Now, not only that, I feel like you are in harmony right now. You're going with the flow when it comes to the universe, when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to your life at this point in time. And your path is unfolding. It's unfolding right before your eyes, right before your eyes. And there's something dealing with perseverance. So you could be working on something, and you could have been working on something for a very long time. And this is going to be very successful for you. You have everything that you need. So I think that you're stepping into the magician energy, where you're going to use all of the elements: ether, fire, water, air, and the earth, to manifest whatever it is that's coming in your next season. Now, not only that, um, with the messenger card, I feel like you're getting messages. You're getting messages with the spirit animal of the hawk. You're getting messages at this time. That could be someone that is of Native American descent that is near you, or you may be of Native American descent. Now, when it comes to the messages that are being given to you, these are visions. Visions as far as how you need to move forward, how you need to proceed forward. This is also visions of your future once you manifest your goals and your desires. Right now, I show that you're very focused on your priorities, and you're eliminating all distractions. You're being told to eliminate some distractions that are in your life. Only you know who those distractions are, or what those distractions are. But I feel like your spirit team It's trying to get you into a place where you're in silence and only focused on the future, on this vision that they're giving to you in regards to your manifestation, in regards to your dreams. Now, you have a bright future ahead of you. You have a bright future ahead of you. So, if you're someone right now that is thinking about taking a leap of faith when it comes to what you wish to become in life, whether that's career, whether that's starting a business, whether that's moving to a different country or a different state, you're being told to do that. You're being told to do that right now. You are going to ascend to higher heights and deeper depths. Yeah. hmm That's what I see for you. And then with the perseverance cards, don't give up. Don't give up. Everything happens on divine timing. Everything happens on divine timing. You're being told to follow after your passions, you go after your passion, and tap into your creativity when it comes to this project. You're someone that has a lot of spiritual gifts as well. Uh huh. You have a lot of spiritual gifts. You have the power of the mind too. So you're someone that could be practicing affirmations at this time, and you could also be working on any limiting beliefs, any doubts, or anything that was pre-programmed by your environment, by your family, by your upbringing. I show that you're going to be walking away from that. I show that you're going to have a mind that has a higher perception. So you're going to ascend when it comes to the mind, and you're being told to have patience. So you definitely could have Aries in your chart. Definitely could have Aries in your chart. So you're being told to have patience. Uh-huh. You're being told to have patience as you move forward, as you go and climb to the top of that mountain. Again, higher heights and deeper depths. And you're being told to never give up no matter what. If there's a setback, or if you just recently received a setback, or there was a fork in a road type of energy, then you're being told not to give up, not to give up, to maneuver around it, and that good luck is going to follow you in the near future too. Okay, so good luck. Good luck is coming for you. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? Okay. So there's a lot of things that's going on right now with you, or that you're being told to do in this next season. So before you get to manifesting your heart's desires, which I show that you are going to do that, right now you need to do some shadow work. You need to do some shadow work. hmm Yeah, you need to do some shadow work. You need to come face to face with your shadow and any hidden aspects of self. That's what you need to work on. You also need to do an emotional detox as well. So you could be emotional right now. You could also be trapped in your emotions, trapped in your feelings. There are some energetic blocks right now that you need to free yourself from. And also, you need to do some meditation as well. Yeah, you need to do some meditation, some energetic healing, and some emotional detox and shadow work. Not only that, you need to spend some time in nature and connect with the life force of the earth. Uh huh. Yeah. You're also someone that is ascending when it comes to your frequency right now. You're ascending when it comes to your frequency. Mm-hmm. So you're ascending to a higher level. And that's the reason why you're blocking out distractions, or it's just naturally happening for you, where you're just sticking to self. You're not answering any phone calls right now at this time. You're not going out at this time. And there's also going to be some soul activation too. So you're going to activate your soul chakra, and then you're going to tap into your spiritual gifts and your spiritual abilities so it can produce more growth into your life. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. But there needs to be some type of emotional detox. You could be all up in your emotions right now. You could be crying right now while you're doing this shadow work. I don't know what's going on with my hair. There you go. Much better. Let's see what else. So there's going to be some form of truth and clarity that is going to be coming your way. Some truth and clarity. If you're up in your head about a situation, an emotional situation, and that's the reason why you need to do a detox, you're going to get the truth. There's going to be some form of clarity that is going to be taking place that you're going to find out about. So there's some clarity on its way when it comes to a certain situation or a certain circumstance, and it's going to be balanced out. But it is going to be something dealing with passion, and it's going to be something dealing with the fire element, and it's going to be something dealing with your emotions or the water element. And that could be the reason why you need to do that emotional detox and also that shadow work. This may trigger a dark night of the soul, whatever this situation is that you're about to find clarity and the truth on. The number 23, 25, and 13 can be of significance. And also you need to do some inner child healing. You need to do some inner child healing, some inner child work. While you're in this shadow work phase, while you're doing shadow work, while you're coming face to face with your shadow. Let's see exactly what's going on as far as inner child wounding, so you can know what to focus on when you do this shadow work. Okay. Okay. So here's some things that you need to work on while you're in shadow work, okay? While you're going through this emotional detox. Okay, so you have a love deficiency wound, okay? A love deficiency wound. You're someone that could believe that love must be earned and not naturally given. So you may give too much when it comes to relationships. Uh huh. Your love language is probably giving, gift giving. Uh huh. So that's a wound that you need to heal. That may come to surface when you're doing shadow work. Now this is in your subconscious. Okay, your subconscious. If you haven't gone that deep within yet and did the inner healing work or gone that deep when it comes to tapping into your own subconscious, I'm telling you right now, this is a wound that is going to come to surface or that you need to focus on. Okay. And then also safety and security wound. So you may feel like you don't feel safe in certain relationships. You don't feel like you can trust people. Maybe because you've been hurt before, because you've been betrayed in the past, and you push people away. You can push people away because of this safety insecurity wound. And that's because you've been hurt. That's a wound that you need to heal. Now, this could be different situations. This could be different people. So take it how it resonates with you, okay? I tap into multiple energies, multiple subconscious, okay? So not everything has to apply to you when it comes to the wounding, but you will get signs and synchronicities of what you need to heal. It will surface once you do the shadow work. Not only that, there could be some form of a shame wound, like a belief, internalized belief of being bad or unlovable or defective that needs to be healed, that needs to be worked on. And there could be something dealing with boundaries. You could lack strong boundaries or firm boundaries when it comes to relationships or interpersonal relationships or work environments. That's something that you need to work on. You need to work on setting firm and healthy boundaries in the future. especially when you get to this next season. So this is stuff that you need to work on before you go to your next season. Because when you go into your next season, that's a whole different ball game. Okay. Now, everything is not going to be peaches and rainbows for the rest of our life. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. But when you're actively a spiritual warrior, when you're actively a chosen one, yes, we do get periods of rest when we're, living in a 3D. There are times where we have to come out of hermit mode to do healing work for others, to do, um, you know, collective work and teach, and channel to help heal. So there are periods where we have moments of peace, a lot of peace, when we're in hermit mode. But then after we come out of hermit mode, we have to put on the whole armor. Okay, because again, we're living in the 3D. And as chosen ones, if you know exactly who you are, then you should already know that everything ain't always smooth sailing. But what you have to work on in this stage, in this season, before you get to your next season, is shadow work and healing some of these wounds healing all of these wounds, not some of these wounds. And like I said, this could be different people that I'm talking to. So you're being told to let go. You're being told to let go. hmm Whatever this situation is that you're going to get clarity on, whatever this situation is that you're going to find out the truth, you're being told to let go and to release it. If it's fear, release it. If it's doubt, release it. It can't go where you're going. It can't go where you're going. Like I said, you're going to be a master, possibly an ascended master. Now, to those of you who read the Bible, even we know that Jesus was the chosen one. Was his life peaches and rainbows? No. He got betrayed. He had people after him, spiritual warfare. He lost. He lost a lot of people. He lost Lazarus. And that's when he wept, he grieved. So these are things that we have to go through in life as a chosen one. So we have to do the inner healing work. We have to do the shadow work. We also have to let go of what no longer serves us to go on our next season, to go on our next level, to ascend and elevate higher and higher. Because of the lessons that we learn, the experiences that we go through, that's meant once we conquer that, and once we conquer self and master self, at that point in time, we can help the generations behind us. We can help the collective. So, with that being said, you're being led and you're being guided as far as where you're going to go. Again, you're being receiving messages. You're going to be receiving some messages from your spirit team, whether that's your spirit guides, your ancestors, archangels, the Most High. You're going to be receiving some messages. Okay, something about fish. So you could be near an ocean. You could be going to the aquarium. You could have an aquarium. Or you're about to take a trip somewhere near water. But you're being guided. You're being led down your path. And eventually, after you do the healing work, after you come out of this shadow work period, do this emotional detox, get out in nature, you're going to activate your soul chakra. You're going to activate your soul chakra. And when you activate your soul chakra, that's when your gifts, your layman gifts, is going to be activated. And then you're going to have to cultivate those gifts. And you're going to have to work on those gifts and practice those gifts. And then at that point in time, you're going to tap into your power, your magic power, your magical power, your personal power. You're being told to tap into your power. Tap into your power. Uh-huh. Tap into your power and persevere. So I feel like when you're going through spiritual warfare, but this is a different type of spiritual warfare. This is a spiritual warfare directly related to love. That's what type of spiritual warfare this is. Someone is hiding something from you. Someone is wearing a mask. They're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you everything that you need to know. hmm hmm They're concealing something. They're hiding something. And the truth is going to come out. Yeah, the truth is going to come out, and you're going to finally have clarity on the situation, and then you're going to let go. Once you let go, then at that point, you're going to go into shadow work because this is going to trigger a dark night of the soul. And then when you go into this shadow work, you're going to be told to heal your inner child. One of the four of these wounds is going to come up and surface. It may be all, it may be two out of the four, it may be one out of the four. Okay, or maybe all four, but it's a shame wound, a love deficiency wound, a lack of boundaries wound, a immersement wound, and that's the lack of boundaries, and safety and security wound that you're going to have to heal. Once you go through the shadow work at that point in time, and if you persevere through that, once you get through that, you're going to elevate your frequency and ascend to a higher level. When it comes to your frequency, you're going to activate your soul chakra. Once you activate your soul chakra, you're going to be able to hear clearly when it comes to these spiritual messages that you're going to be receiving from your spirit guides, from your spirit team, and from your archangels. And then at that point, you're going to tap into your personal power. And then you're going to elevate your spiritual gifts, activate your spiritual gifts, walk in your spiritual gifts, and practice your spiritual gifts. And so that's your reading. If this message resonates with you, please hit the thumbs up. If this message does not resonate with you, well then this is not your reading. Look at any other the other chosen ones according to the titles. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. There will be more messages to come.